Dogs.com and sportschatplace.com, and it is Monday, August 17th, 2020. Here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, giving you free picks. We got Brian Bittler and the Puck Dogs, Rod Zawacki and Chris Ruffalo. And of course, hey, COVID has changed our environment, and I haven't gone to work on a Monday in a very, very long time, but boy, I don't know. Mondays seem to get me every single time. Already crabbing out on the guys behind the scenes. Total bitch assness going on back there. But anyways, we're going to bring the guys in just a second. Of course, a lot of good stuff going on. NBA playoffs start today. NHL playoffs already in action. And we got a good card of Major League Baseball. So without further ado, let me bring in the gang, and as I bring the sound in, I can hear no more of the noises going on that were driving me nuts. Good morning, guys. Brian, how's it going?
Rare losing day yesterday. I'm ready to bounce back today. Great card coming up today. Great card.
Chris, how you doing?
Doing well. I'm excited for today too. I saw a lot of stuff that I really like, so we'll put out some winners today.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, I'm excited for this NBA playoffs to kick off. Who doesn't love daytime sports? Daytime basketball, daytime hockey.
Daytime weekday sports is what it's all about. That's what makes March Madness so special. Daytime weekday sports, man. And that's what people love. And that's what I love. One of the things that Brian said, he had a losing day yesterday. I've had a few of them, and I'll tell you, every one of them has come down the last 2 days for me. Maybe even, the last 2 days have come down to a baseball game that's a one-run game that, I was winning, or more than one, that I was winning. It's come down to one game that's made the difference between a winning day and a losing day. So it's not like I'm getting killed. It's not like I'm 1-4 or, 0-5 or something like that. We're talking about, a one-run game in a game I was winning. I took
lots of favorites cashed yesterday.
Well, I had one of the favorites that lost. I had the Cubs with Lester. And they're up 3-0. The Cubs had led in every one of those games by 3 runs against the Brewers all weekend long. Every one of those games they had led by 3 runs. And that was the first time I took them. And they lost. And they even got it back to 5-5 off that reliever that they couldn't even touch. And next guy up for the Brewers hits a triple. It was then, Ryan Braun's up. Forget it, right? It's going to score. I mean, first pitch.
I had a little bad luck yesterday, a little good luck with Arizona and Brewers. That was good luck. So it balances out.
I think Arizona's just got the Padres number. But anyways, we got NBA starting up today. Back in action. Kind of missed it, the last few days. It's been a little light over the weekend. And, of course, Friday was kind of even Thursday, were kind of some games that really didn't matter much. But so we got the Jazz up against the Nuggets, and all I hear about this game is the Jazz are banged up, and it's like the guys who make the lines don't know the status of the Jazz roster or something. Brian, I took the Jazz in my video, and I'm jazzed about the Jazz. The more people that that badmouth the Jazz, this is my the more people that badmouth the Jazz in my comments on YouTube, the more I like them.
Yeah, the Jazz always seem to go under the radar. In this game, I actually really like the Jazz, and I really like the under 215.5. I'm a big-time playoff under guy, so I like the Jazz and the under here.
How about you, Chris?
I like the Jazz as well. I think these two match up fairly well. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic for Denver, and Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert for Utah. So I think it's going to be really even. I would like the value of the points here.
Rod?
I'm gonna go against. I'm gonna take Denver here to win Game 1.
All right, Denver in Game 1 for Zawacki. We got the Raptors line up to 10 here against the Brooklyn Nets. Inverse line movement going the other way to the favorite. Brian, this is a lot of points in a playoff game.
A lot of points, but I definitely like a side in this one. It's a premium play, but as far as the total goes, here again, I have to go at the under. I got it under 221.5. I like to go under the number.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I think the Raptors win the game, but I do think this is too many points. All we saw Brooklyn do in the bubble games was either keep it close or win outright, and I don't think they win this one outright, but this one could come down to 4 or 5 points. I'll take Brooklyn.
How about you, Rod?
I'm going to take the under. The Raptors love to play D. Give me the Raptors. To come up big here. Give me the under.
Got the Celtics against the 76ers in this one. Boston went from 5.5, now looking like about a 6-point favorite. This is probably a line shopper. And you guys know these NBA playoff games, and they're always very close to the number. So definitely shop your lines. But big public backing on the Celtics, and the line moving in the same direction as well. Total at 219. Brian?
You got to play on the side here in the premium section, but as far as the total goes, I think this is the one playoff game that goes over the posted number. I see some scoring back and forth in this one.
How about you, Chris? They have been high-scoring games in the bubble, all from top to bottom. Chris?
Yeah, they have been, but I'm going to take the under here. I think this is first to 100 wins. I think some defense is going to be played today.
Rod? Rod?
Oh, all righty. Okay. In this one here, I think we're going to see some points for sure. But for me, I'm on the side of the 76ers. They're not quite dead yet.
All right.
The 76ers +6.
We got the Clippers against the Mavericks. Clippers 6-point favorites here. Kawhi Leonard, no stranger to the playoffs, that's for sure. Up against a Mavericks team that, I don't know, I've always thought the books and the public are just way ahead on this team. Way ahead. They're definitely a few players short of really contending. Brian?
Definitely in this game, I'm leaning towards the Mavericks plus the points. I think it's a close game. Mavericks are not a bad team. I think it goes under the number. I think we see defense being played.
How about you, Chris?
I'm going to go with the Clippers. I think this is what all the load management was for this time of year, and I don't know if Dallas can do much more outside of Porzingis and Doncic, so I'll take the Clippers here laying the 6.
That's not going to do it in this game. I mean, we've seen the Clippers when they actually try, and it's 30, 40-point wins. Rod?
Yeah, give me the Clippers here.
All right. That's it for NBA basketball. So yesterday we had a request from everyone, from a person in the comments, and a lot of people said, yeah, that would be cool. So we did add a live show package to our premium picks, and our best of the live show daily package will be released while we're doing the parlay. So at the end of the show is when it will be released for sale. It's exactly at the price point that you guys asked for. So have at it. We'll talk about it a little more after as we move down the show. But let's go to Major League Baseball. Like I said, I lost there was a lot of chalk in there yesterday, which means I'm not going to have a good day generally. And, I managed to salvage a few wins in there, but, there was a few that got away from me that, all I needed was one of them. It's like the last few days, and the thing is, it all started with this run of one game that's turned a winning day to a losing day started with that 5-run ninth inning by Oakland, and it's been since that I haven't been. It's like I keep getting into that one game that's the pivotal game for me, and I've lost them, and that's part of betting. The whole idea is that you want to make your bad days so you're 2 and 3 or something, or 1 and 2. And then your good days, you throw in a couple 3 and 0s, 5 and 0s, 4 and 1s, and it's and then a bunch of 3 and 2s. Yeah, and before you know it, you got a nice stacked bankroll. But we got the Cardinals against the Cubs. We got a doubleheader. Kyle Hendricks at home against Kwang-Hyun Kim. The Cardinals didn't have to travel far. They just went across town. They were playing the White Sox. Brian?
I'm going to have to side with Hendricks at home here. He's usually pretty dominant. I'm going to lay the 1.5 with the Cubs. Lean to the Cubs here.
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards the Cubs as well. I've seen Kim get blown up a few times now. It was just as a closer, even in an opener role. I don't like him here, so I'll take the Cubs.
Yeah, I like the Cubs. We're definitely in consensus for the Cubs today.
All right, so I like the Cubs in Game 1. And how about Game 2? We have no listed pitchers yet that I'm seeing. Anyone seeing any listed pitchers here in this one?
Not seeing any listed either.
No, I'm not seeing anything for Game 2. So...
Yeah, I don't see anything either.
All right, let's go to another one. We have the Yankees versus Red Sox. Jordan Montgomery against Martin Perez. You guys know what I always say when Perez is on the mound. Perez is serving today. This guy, I mean, I understand he's pitched pretty well this year. We've seen, 2 runs and no runs. Of course, he did get bombed in that first outing of the year, but I know Perez. I've seen Perez. I bet against Perez for quite some time, and let's be realistic. That 2018 6.22 ERA wasn't exactly an aberration on the menu. It kind of is what it is with Perez. Jordan Montgomery is that middle guy on the Yankees rotation. My guess is they're kind of riding this guy out in the middle of the rotation. The fact that he's on the Yankees, maybe they'll be able to trade him for something at some point, because he's certainly not going to be a superstar, that's for sure. Brian, what do you think of this one? Yankees-Red Sox. What a lousy Yankee-Red Sox game this is. Whatever happened to Ron Guidry against Frank Tanana or something?
I'm not running to the window to bet this game, but Martin Perez hasn't looked too bad, and I'm not really much on Jordan Montgomery. I think the Red Sox lost 7 in a row. I think they scraped together a win. I'll lean towards the plus money.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over here. Perez and the ERA just under 10 against the Yankees in his career, and I think Jordan Montgomery's going to give up a few as well, so I'll take the over 10 in this one.
I agree with Chris. Give me the over. I think we're going to see some runs here today.
Okay. We've got the Braves versus the Nationals. Tuki Toussaint and Anibal Sanchez, 2 pitchers that have been absolutely rocked in their recent performances. Brian, what are you looking at here?
His line's pretty much jumped pretty far with the Braves. A lot of juice here, but I just don't like anything about Anibal Sanchez. So if I have to play the game, I'm going to take the juice and the Braves to win.
Yeah, I'm with Brian on this one. I don't like Anibal Sanchez this year. What he's done at all. And Atlanta's been the better team so far, and Tucson hasn't been horrible at home. So I'll take Atlanta.
Yeah, give me the Braves on the run line here.
Okay. I like the over. 10.5. We got Jordan Yamamoto and Robert Gesellman in Miami. Yamamoto did not look fantastic last time. Gesellman, he never looks good, right? So, the Marlins, once again, a dog in this one with a winning record against a team with a losing record. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that on this show, but seems like an ongoing theme in Major League Baseball. Square Central in the major. I don't know. Brian, what do you call this? It's like we see it every single day. It's like, is it because the Marlins aren't like in the old days, right? Before like ESPN and stuff. It's like because the Marlins aren't on the front cover of Sports Illustrated, they have to be an underdog every day. And now it's like because they're not the lead-in story on ESPN because they're not a big market Yankees. Well, they are a big market, but they're not the Yankees or the Phillies or the Mets or something, or the Dodgers. It's like, so we're
I think somebody
continue to get big prices on them. I don't know. I don't get it.
I think somebody knows something about this game. This is my big fish investment on the side. But as far as the total goes, I see it going over the 9. I don't like either one of these 2 pitchers. So I think runs get scored today.
Yeah, I'm with Brian on the total as well. I like the over 9. I'm surprised it didn't open at 10. I think we see some runs definitely today, so I'll take the over.
Give me Miami and the over.
We got the Orioles and the Blue Jays once again You know, the team with the winning record, the underdog. Alex Cobb on the mound against Hyun-Jin Ryu, who has not looked like the Cy Young Award winner that he was before. Yeah, I might have said something different in the video, but it's like that's why we do the live show, so I can do more research and stuff. The videos are done the day before. The whole idea of the live show is kind of an update. And then we're going to add an afternoon show where we do another update. Kind of the whole idea of it. Anyways, Orioles and Blue Jays, Hyun-Jin Ryu and Alex Cobb.
Tell you what, Orioles let me down yesterday. Almost came back and won that game against the Nationals, but I'm going to be back on it for a small play today. I like Alex Cobb. I like the Orioles at home getting plus money.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to bounce back to Toronto here. I like the way Ryu pitched in his last outing, and I've been burned by Alex Cobb too many times to count. So I'll take the Toronto here.
Rod? Yard goes
Yeah, give me the Jays.
I don't know what games you guys are watching. I mean, the Jays stink. I mean, they are frickin' terrible. Did you guys not see the game yesterday? I mean, they lost twice. I mean, so you didn't really have to watch both. You just had to see one. Okay, they stunk in both. In case you missed it, I'll give you the Reader's Digest Cliff Notes version. They stunk in both. Had the lead in both games, lost them both. And I'll tell you, it was even like one of those things where it was like, all right, the guttier team's going to win or whatever. It wasn't them. Heartless. This team, it's kind of like the Philadelphia 76ers without the talent. That's really what they are. The Jays stink. Sorry, guys. Terrible. Anyways, we got, and aside from that, well, I don't really know what to say. I mean, I don't know what games you guys are watching. I watch all the games, and I haven't seen one thing from the Toronto Blue Jays or Hyun-Jin Ryu, for that matter, that would make me put 1 cent of my hard-earned money anywhere near them. I mean, what are you guys watching? You got the Tigers and the White Sox. You got Gio Gonzalez against Matthew Boyd. Yeah, it's Monday. What do you got? What do you got, Brian? I know you love. I know you love to beat on Gio.
Yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment here at the Tigers, but back on the Tigers today for a lean. I gotta believe Matthew Boyd pitches a good game. I've been saying that forever, for a couple of years now, but I think he's better than Gio Gonzalez, and the Tigers need a win. I'll take Detroit plus.
Brian's like, if it's Cashner against Gio Gonzalez, he always says, this guy's better than Gio Gonzalez. Boyd, terrible. Chris, I mean, Boyd is batting practice numbers. I mean, Gio Gonzalez is like a crafty veteran, like a 3-4 run guy. You know, Matthew Boyd has the potential to give up 9 without registering 2 outs in an inning.
7 innings shutout today.
Yeah, 4. So let's look. So these teams just played, okay? The line on Boyd, 4.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 2 taters. I don't know. I'm just not inspired by that. His line the game before this against the hard-hitting Pittsburgh Pirates, okay? 4.2 innings pitched, which is his number, right? 8 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned, 5 strikeouts, 3 base on balls, and 2 round trippers. I don't know.
I get suckered into the Tigers all the time. I don't know,
man. Matthew Boyd is a solid overplay. Chris?
Yeah. I thought it was December 25th for how many Christmas trees I saw in this game, but I'll take the over 9.5. I think both pitchers get lit up.
I'm not saying Gio Gonzalez is a run line bet. I'm just saying, you know, I'm not going to sit here and with good conscience say, yeah, I think Matthew Boyd tosses a gem today.
I have a gut feeling on that one.
Yeah, Matthew, it's a hitter's ball. It's one of the best hitter's ballparks in baseball, right? Guaranteed rate field. It's like the ball just carries out of the stadium. Rod?
Give me the over. And the White Sox.
All right, we got the Twinkies up against the Royals. Pitching change here for Minnesota. Matt Whistler getting the ball as opposed to Kenta Maeda. Bubik on the mound for the Royals, and you know, the Twins got the win yesterday, but they never were able to really put the Royals away. You know, the Royals were still in it till the final out. Brian?
I think the Royals are going to be a win one game, lose a game type of team. I like their bullpen. I've said it many days. Bubik, yeah, the guy's okay. I think he's a good young pitcher. I think he's 22 years old. I think he has a good start here. I'll lean towards plus money Royals.
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards the Royals as well. I liked him even when Maeda was starting. And now with Matt Whistler and what's going to most likely be a bullpen game, I'll take the Royals here.
Yeah, I agree. Give me the Royals.
All right. We got the Rangers and the Padres. Jordan Lyles against Zach Davies. This is the type of game that when I said, they should have weekday, daytime sports, and I wrote that letter to Commissioner Manfred, this is the type of game. You stick the Rangers Padres there at a 4 o'clock Eastern time start, and all of a sudden you're in business. Brian, what do you think here?
I think you're exactly right about that daytime baseball. As far as this game goes, this is one of my premium plays, but I'm going to give it out for free. Padres will absolutely crush the Rangers today. They're not going to be playing the Diamondbacks today. I think they take it out on the Rangers.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under 9 here, even though the total's jumped up from 8.5 to 9. I think we see a pitcher's duel here.
Rod?
I like the way Texas has been playing lately. They've been playing some good ball. Give me Texas.
The Cubs do not have daytime baseball. Scott S. saying the Cubs have daytime. No, they don't. The Cubs are one of the biggest money whores in baseball. Believe me, they can make 50 cents more starting the game at 7 o'clock Central Time as opposed to putting it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They're gonna take the 50 cents, and they did it. They don't play day baseball anymore at Wrigley. Maybe Fridays they have the 2:20 game, but we don't even see much of that anymore. That's just maybe once a month they do that. But or when they have a home stand and they're home, they play the Friday 2:20 game, but they don't do that. They don't play regular day baseball at Wrigley anymore, not on a regular basis. They don't do it. But anyways, got the I like the under in that one. We got the Rockies and the Astros. Brandon Bielik on the mound. All right, they're up to 11-10 now, the Astros, and up against the Rockies. Kyle Freeland 13-8. The Rockies pretty glad that they don't have to see, that they got out of that series from the weekend. I think they were pretty much done. I know John Gray did get the win yesterday, but against the Rangers. But I think they're pretty happy that the Rangers left town. Now they travel to Houston to take on the Astros. And the Astros have 11 wins this season, but I think they're all against the Mariners. I think every single one of them are against the Mariners. When they play the good teams, they lose. Brian, what do you think? And I would like to see I'm going to take a look at this Astros and see. Let's see who these 11 wins are against, because I know they're against the lousy teams. I know it. I would watch the games. Go ahead. So they beat the Mariners. All right, here's their wins. Okay, they beat the Mariners 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. They swept the Mariners over the weekend to get the winning record. So they have 11 wins. So there's 4 of them against the Mariners. They beat the San Francisco Giants twice. So that's Mariners and Giants. So they lost to the A's when they played them. They got crushed. Okay, they got crushed by. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. So they beat the Mariners. They lost to the A's. They got swept. They won 1 game against Arizona, 2 out of 3 against the Angels, another team with a losing record, right? Then they beat the Mariners 3 out of 4. So all of their wins have come against teams with losing records, every one of them. When they played teams with winning records, they've been swept in every series. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Not that I watch all the games, and I just realized it's like, man, when the Astros played like the Dodgers, they got crushed. When they played the A's, they got crushed. When they play the Mariners, they win. When they play the Giants, they win. The Angels. Brian, you think today's the day they beat a team with a winning record?
Nope. Astros don't deserve to be this high of a juice favorite. Rockies, I think, woke up yesterday. They got a good, strong lineup. Freeland's no worse than Bielak. I like Freeland has okay numbers. I'm taking the Rockies plus money.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rockies as well. They're 4-0 in Freeland starts this year, and it's like Brian said, that Houston doesn't deserve to be this heavily favored. So I'll take Colorado on the plus money.
Yeah, I agree. Give me the Rockies here. I like Freeland.
Yeah, I'm telling you, until the Astros show me they can beat teams with winning records, I think we might be onto something here. And this is why you watch the show. Anyways, we got the Giants against the Angels. Speaking of Giants and Angels, something's got to give. This Angels team. So you got a guy that makes, the most. He's the best player in baseball, right? So he should make the most, right? So you got him. Then you got a guy that you acquired from the Nationals. And this is kind of like the NFL free agent thing where it's like it really hurt the team that you took it from. And it really didn't help the team that got the guy all that much. Used to see this in the NFL all the time. It's kind of the Wilbur Marshall principle, where the Redskins gave up 2 number ones to get Wilbur Marshall from the Bears. The Bears couldn't replace Wilbur Marshall at outside linebacker, but he never quite was the same on the Redskins, that he was on the Bears. So it's kind of that type of theory. And so the Angels going with that. They've got Rendon, who makes, more money than God. Then you have Pujols, who makes more money than God. And you got 7-15 record to show for it. You're 8-15 for the Giants, who pretty much cut bait here. In my video, I was super critical of the Giants. I don't think you're critical. I don't think it's time to be critical of them. It's kind of like maybe I could help them out a little bit. Brandon Belt, Hunter Pence, and Brandon Crawford should all go. And you should just go with the total youth movement here, because none of those guys are even batting their age. In golf, like you shoot your age, it's a big deal. None of these guys are even batting their age. None of them are over 40. So it's it's really bad. Hunter Pence this guy, I know he can be streaky, but I think the game might have passed. I think it might be time. Maybe he goes to the American League, situational. Maybe at the right team, maybe Yankees or something. But I think his days in San Francisco of actual playing time might be done. And, I don't know. I don't like what's going on with either of these organizations. And I think that San Francisco bullpen is deplorable and an embarrassment to baseball. Brian, what do you think?
I'll tell you what, the biggest problem with the Angels is their starting pitchers. They don't really have a guy that comes in there and locks down the other team. I think that's their problem. But in this game, I see runs being scored. Both these pitchers aren't impressive. Tyler Anderson stinks. Give me the over 9.5.
Yeah, I'm on the over as well. I thought San Francisco may have, salvaged something yesterday. And what they do, they go up and give 15 runs to the A's. The Angels can't keep runs off the board either. I like the over as well.
Yeah, I like the over as well. We're definitely going to see a lot of scoring here today. And I lean the Angels.
Okay, I really hate this game. And I just think both these
teams.
Yeah. I think
it's not a run to the window, that's for sure.
Yeah, 2-8 in their last 10 for the Giants, 3-7 in their last 10 for the Angels. They got 15 wins between them. They need to combine wins, keep the loss totals for one team just to get to 500. That's how bad these teams are. And the Angels pretending that they're a good team and actually being favored in games. And if you want to bet minus 175 on the Los Angeles Angels at any time in your life, sports betting might not be for you. I think in this one it's I think the Giants might just be the play on principle alone, because that minus 175, I find it an insult to the profession. Anyways, we got the and aside from that, yes, it is Monday. We got the Diamondbacks against the A's. Zach Gallen on the mound against Chris Bassett. Brian has been riding the Diamondbacks to the bank. This is the under-the-radar team that had the slow start. Diamondbacks traditionally the streakiest team in baseball. This is a team that can lose 20 in a row without batting an eye and then come back and win 17 in a row. That is the history of this franchise, is that they've had runs like that. Right now they're on one of those heaters, 7-3 in their last 10. The A's, they've played pretty well too, but I think it comes back to what I was talking about before, and it's the scheduling that got a lot of ink before the season started, but nobody's looking at it now, right? No, I'm bringing it up because I'm watching the games, and I'm like, man, these teams are playing the same teams over and over again, and they're playing the bad teams over and over again. So the A's, they lost 2 or 3 to that Angels team that we, have been really having a nice time talking about on the show. They swept the Giants. They swept the Astros. They swept the Rangers. So this is a team, this is a team that's actually is playing really well. We have to give them credit where credit is due. But it's not like they're playing the Yankees and the Dodgers and the best of the best teams. That's what's missing from this year's baseball. We're not seeing, the best teams face off against each other. The A's. So here's the A's series. Okay, they won 3 out of 4 from the Angels. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Rockies. Then they played the Mariners where they won. They swept the Rangers. They swept the Astros. They lost 2 out of 3 to that Angels team. So they are vulnerable, And then they swept the San Francisco Giants in the crosstown rivalry game. On the other side of this one, and we're early enough in the season that we can look at these sort of things. When we look at the Arizona Diamondbacks in their last 10 games, they beat the Padres pretty good. And this is a team that a lot of people were excited about. They went into Coors Field and beat the Rockies, who were red hot going into that series, 2 out of 3. This team, they haven't just won, 7 of their last 10. They've won 5 of their last 6, with the one loss being a 1-run loss when Gallen pitched in Colorado. Which there's no shame in that. There's no shame in losing a game on the road to a divisional opponent. I mean, those are the ones that are going to happen. They beat the Padres at San Diego. They beat up on the Astros too. I mean, this team is tough. They're tough. I think that the -105 shows, or -110, that this is a pick'em against the 16-6 Oakland A's. I think that line tells me that the Diamondbacks are the play. Sometimes it's in the line, and I think that this is a pick'em. Brian, what do you say?
It's all in the lines. That's what I study lines all the time. But I have a premium play in this game. This morning it was at +120 Arizona, and now it's at -110. As far as the total goes, I think it stays under the number. I like both pitchers in this game. I like the bullpen of Oakland.
Yeah, I'm on Arizona here as well. If you look at that loss that Zach Gallen had against Colorado, 11 of those runs were scored in the 8th and 9th inning, and he had already left the game at that point. So he's on his game right now. In Arizona, they had the benefit of not having to travel in for this one. They were able to stay home, so I'll take Arizona here.
Yeah, give me Arizona here, and I like the under. Both pitchers pitch real good. Both bullpens on these teams are playing real good. So give me the under 9.
Yeah, I already kind of did my whole thing there. Anyways, we got the. I might have stated my opinion.
What? I didn't catch it. Who did you like?
Well, it's nice because we kind of have a real schedule today, but it's not like the full pack schedule. So it gives me time to actually say something and kind of dig a little deeper, which I think people. I don't know. They might want to hear. They might.
That's awesome stuff. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah. So it's like I don't get a chance to do it too often because we're kind of, especially when Jeter's here. I mean, the guy's still talking from yesterday. Look, I love Jeter. But sometimes he just runs me over. We got the Dodgers against the Mariners, and I don't know when Ross Stripling became a -300 guy, but he's not a -300 guy in my book. Justin Dunn is my guy. Everyone knows that. And he's been looking better and better every time out. You just don't see Boston College pitchers drafted in the first round like that. Last time 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, nothing left the park. He is getting better and better and better. Ross Stripling, you know what you're going to get. Last time out, 4.2, 6 hits, 6 runs, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts. The 2 earned runs are the home runs. You can't call those unearned. I mean, not even Dodger Stadium scoring can take those away from your ERA. I mean, it's amazing the scoring that you see, right? Like Miguel Cabrera hits a hard ball to third base that the third baseman, would normally make. This happened in the Tigers game yesterday, right? So Miggy hits a ball to third base, and the guy, it's like a hard hit ball, and it's a routine play for most guys. It's not like a Manny Machado, play or something. It's a routine. It's a play that a Major League Baseball third baseman makes. you know, and the guy bobbles it a little bit, and Miggy outruns it, you know, at the first base. That's how much he bobbled it, right? It's at Tiger Stadium. It's a hit. It was like, how is that possible? I mean, how is that a hit? But Miggy, not a great day on the base paths, gunned out at the plate, and then in that game at Tiger Stadium, also against the Indians. So Miggy's on first on that play, right? And then what happens is the guy hits the ball. I think it was Jacoby Jones. I don't remember. I think it was Jones. Hits the ball. It rolls out to the outfield. It gets stuck under the cushion. The guy doesn't throw his arms up, which the guys at Wrigley are trained to do, you know? But it's like he doesn't throw his arms up. Miggy scores from first base because the ball, you know, and then Jones is on third. They replay it. They send Miggy back to third base, and this was to take the lead in the game, 5-4, you know, and it goes back. Miggy goes back to third. Jones has to go back to second, and like Gardenhire's tossed at this point. And the nice thing about the baseball arguing now is you can hear the manager. I mean, you can hear the exact word that got him thrown out, and it was the same one they say in Bull Durham. Same one. And, you know, Gardenhire was like, he said a few other things, so he was like kind of there, and then it was kind of like that was it, you know. And then Lloyd McClendon comes off the bench as the bench coach, and he almost gets tossed too. I mean, because the Tigers actually got screwed on the same play like a couple days ago, where the ball got stuck, like, and they were on the wrong end of it again, like, but they were at bat, and they said it wasn't. They said it was like, or the other team was at bat, and they said it wasn't stuck, you know, and the other team ended up scoring on them, and they ended up losing. So they've been on the wrong side of the stuck ball in the cushion. I'm gonna guess they changed the cushions at Tiger Stadium in the near future. But anyways, it was just one of those things. But anyways, back to this one. Dodgers and what this has to do with the Dodgers and the and Seattle, I don't know. Brian, what do you think? Ross Stripling -300.
I'm sure there'll be guys sticking the Dodgers -300 in their parlays, but it won't be this guy right here. Justin Dunn's been getting better with each start. Seattle's lost the last 2 games by a run. I'll take the +1.5 Mariners at plus money.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the whole way here. I'm going to take Seattle on the money line. Ross Stripling's given up 10 runs in his last 2 starts. Like Brian said, Justin Dunn's been getting better. And I think if Seattle scratches a couple across here, maybe 4 or 5 runs, it could be enough. So I'll take Seattle +240.
Yeah, that's where all the value is in this game. It's the only way to go. Give Seattle a go.
All right.
And hope they can rough them up.
I don't understand the Ross Stripling at -300. I wouldn't lay the wrong leg
That
there.
makes no sense.
I mean, I know the Mariners aren't good, and Mookie Betts is really starting to hit, and you know all those things are starting to happen. But I don't know, man. The Dodgers aren't going to win them all. 16-7, 6-5 at home at Dodger Stadium. So hardly a sure thing. Most of their losses have taken place at Dodger Stadium. I think the other teams get excited about it, but of course the Mariners absolutely hideous on the road. That takes us to the NHL, where we have 4 games today. We got the Lightning and the Blue Jackets, and this, you know what, this one, I think they just got too lazy to change the odds. It's been the same odds on this series every single game, Rod. +150 on the Jackets, -170 on the Lightning. In that range, you get a -160. You got to shop these. You got to shop these lines. But what are you guys thinking here? The total set at 5.
I'm gonna take Columbus here. I think that's where the value is in this game. And I think Korpisalo stands on his head, and I think the veterans on the Blue Jackets know that they need to do more to help their young goalie. So I'll take Columbus here.
How about you, Rod?
As much as we bashed them, this Tampa Bay team, I'm going with Tampa. Give me Tampa on the puck line, and I like the under. I think Tampa wins this game 3-1.
How about you, Brian?
Lean to Tampa Bay on the money line.
Tampa Bay can go suck it. We got the Coyotes and the Avalanche. This is another one where it's been big odds on the Avs the whole way. you've had to pay up if you want the Avalanche. Rod?
For me, I like the under. I think this is going to be tight on scoring here for sure. Give me the under.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take Arizona here. I think they do enough to stifle Colorado again, and I'll may eke out a 3-2 win here, so I'll take Arizona at plus 165.
Brian, anything?
I like Arizona. They're scrappy. I think they put together another win.
Okay. Got the Bruins and the Hurricane. Spread knowledge likes the Hurricane here. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? It's hear some noise in the background here. Tough to hear you guys. Sounds like I'm on a tarmac at an airport. Brian?
I think the Bruins are the best bet here. This is my big play in the NHL that I'm betting personally. I'm going with a large wager on the Bruins.
Chris, I know that took the wind out of your sails there. It looked like you just exhausted from Brian's Bruin commentary. What do you think?
I'm all in on the Bruins as well. I'm going Bruins on the puck line here. I think it's a 3-1 game. I think Carolina's going to have a hard time recovering from the loss of Andrei Svechnikov, and it's been next man up for Boston, their veteran group. So I'll take Boston on the puck line.
How about you, Rod Zawacki?
Yeah, I haven't changed. I think this Boston veteran team is the veterans are out to play. Give me the Bruins here.
All right. I like the Hurricane in this one. We got the Blues and the Canucks. Overtime last night. Not overtime today. Maybe overtime today. But once again, put it this way. That game ended so late, I fell asleep here before it was over. And I got a 6-hour time difference from the East Coast. Rod, any thoughts here on the Blues and the Canucks? The Blues showing a little bit of life. The series now 2-1.
Yeah. I had a conversation with Chris before they were in overtime, and I said, if the Blues win this game, you hammer your money on the Blues the next game to tie the series. This Blues veteran team, they know how to do it. They know how to win. They got to win. They're excited. They're pumped. They got all the momentum. Take the Blues here, and I'm going to take the Blues on the puck line. Blues win by 2. No Dancy Canuck today. Canucks are going to be in trouble.
Rod bad vibed us with his Orca. Chris?
I think so.
Yeah, and Rod and I, it's like you said, we talked about this last night, and as soon as St. Louis scored that breakaway, you felt the series start to turn, so I'm going to take St. Louis on the puck line as well. I think this is a 5-2 game.
Brian, how much do the Canucks win by tonight?
Whoa, Nelly! I am off that Canucks bandwagon. I'm all over the Blues tonight. They're gonna win solid win.
I love the Canucks, and I like the Canucks dance even better. It's kind of like an orca. It's like an orca jumping around in a C shape of a C. That was from our hockey logo show, which I couldn't figure out what half of them were. It's like, it's a star wrapped around by the state of Ohio flag. What?
What?
Who can see that? In the Minnesota Wild, it's a bear. It's like, why does it look like a smudged blotch of green ink then?
Are we doing the Rorschach test right now? Is that what this is?
It's like, what the hell is that? Oh, man. All right, speaking of what the hell is it, we're going to do our parlay segment that we do every single day, our very popular parlay show. We're going to start it off with Chris Ruffalo. Chris, what sports are you going with today? So I got something going on. Oh, you know what I have? I got the Skype thing here on the screen. Hold on a second. There's Bitler. There you go. And then I have the Skype settings. Thanks to our friends at Skype. You can see I never update my Skype. That was that red warning sign. The world's going to collapse if Mitch doesn't update his Skype. I'm not doing it on spite alone. How about that? They want me to update it. I'm not updating it. Chris, what do you like today here for our parlay calculator?
I'm going to do 2 games in hockey and 1 in MLB.
Oh, I also want to announce that our live show package, our daily live show package that you guys asked for yesterday, is now for sale at at the premium area at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat. So you get one pick from each of us. It's $35. It's exactly what you guys asked for in the show. Anyways, Chris, what do you got?
So for the NHL, I'm going to do Boston on the spread. Boston Bruins.
On the puck line?
Yeah.
All right.
St. Louis Blues -1.5. And in MLB, the Colorado Rockies on the money line.
Those of you that haven't checked this out, this is at our website. It's a parlay calculator. Right now we're in the state of West Virginia. It just happened to be there because that's where I did the parlay video last night. And you can calculate your parlays, and then it will compare the odds of the payoff at the parlay at different sports books. You can see at this one, it's significant on a $20 wager. You get $491.04 on your payout on your parlay at FanDuel, while at BetMGM it's only $450. So that's a 10% differential right there on your parlay payouts. But you can bet it. You can then pick the book you want to bet it at, and then just click the link and bet it. Anyways, thanks, Chris. And then you can always reset your parlay like we just did. Anyways, we'll bring in Rod Zawacki. Let's see what he's up to. Let's see if I can find him. After that whole St. Louis Blues thing he just went on. Rod, what do you got for us today as far as your parlay? You got a birdcage?
Yeah, I got two today. I got
Double bird.
one all MLB and one hockey.
All right, let's go to the NHL first. What do you got?
The first one, we got Blues on the puck line.
Okay.
Tampa on the puck line.
He's not going to enter it on principle alone.
The Avs on the puck line.
All
Puck
right.
line parlay.
$20 parlay pays $426.87 at FanDuel. That is 21 times your money. That almost 21 and a half times your money. You can see if you did it at PointsBet, it pays $100 less or $60 less. So you can see the difference in being able to compare the book at BetMGM, $404, but at FanDuel, the big payoff at $426. That is a full parlay bet differential. At PointsBet, it's a 3 parlay bet differential. I mean, these are big differences, and that's why we show you the different books. And of course, if you have a PointsBet account and you want to open up a FanDuel account, you just put your parlay in, click play now, and you can bet this parlay if you're in New Jersey or one of the legal sports betting states in the United States. Rod, you said you also had some Major League Baseball for us. Let me.
Yeah, I got a birdcage in baseball.
Wow, that was a big difference. We haven't seen that big of a difference before.
No, that's crazy difference.
What's up with the birdcage here for baseball?
We got Texas money line.
Texas. Okay.
Miami money line.
All right.
And the Rockies money line.
$20 parlay pays $248.16. This time, BetMGM is the place to play it. The exact opposite of last time, where BetMGM was significantly lower. This time, it's the best. PointsBet a little bit lower, not as bad a differential as last time. FanDuel a little bit lower. Looks like FanDuel just $4 lower, and at Sugar House, just about $7 lower. So all within the area code on this one, but if you want to make the most that you can on your bets, you would bet this one at BetMGM. And of course, you can make your parlays and bet them right on our website underneath the parlay tab. Next up, we have Brian Bittler, who also, when we first started doing the parlay calculator on the show, Brian didn't want to do it. And then he saw how much fun we were having doing it, and he's like, I want to do a parlay. So it's like, now Brian's doing parlays with us. That's my Bittler, I want to do a parlay voice. Anyways, we got, what do we got for you, baseball?
I'll tell you what, I got a 4-game parlay I'm betting $50 on. It's 3 NBA, 1 NHL.
All right, so we'll put $50 on it, and then it is going to be in the NBA. Who do you got in the
Yes,
NBA?
sir. The NBA, 3 unders: Jazz under, Raptors under, Clippers under.
Jazz, under, Raptors under, Clippers under. Okay, with
The Boston Bruins.
the Bruins. $50 pays $636.77 at DraftKings is the place to bet. If you're in Pennsylvania and you want to bet this parlay, you put the parlay together. You click play now, and you can bet at DraftKings. If you want to play it at FanDuel, it pays about $7 less. Rivers Casino pays significantly less, only $6.09. So a $26 difference of betting it at DraftKings versus Rivers. It costs nothing to open up these sportsbook accounts, so no reason not to have more than one, and get these best lines that you could possibly get. It's worth it putting a couple bucks into each of them to consistently get the best lines, because if you bet as much as I do and as often as I do, or any of us in Vegas, there's a reason why, I know everyone at all the different sports books, because I go to all the different books, right? And it's like, the same thing. If it's better on an app or something, I'll bet the app. But I think that at a certain point, it totally pays off to shop lines. And that's kind of what this segment is about as well. Of course, I'm up next. Let's see what we got. And as usual, I've done little to no preparation on this. But I was going to take the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm going to take the Canucks. I'm going to go with some baseball. I'm going to take the Yankees against Martin Perez. I'll go with the I'll just put $20. I'm gonna do the parlays like they do in the Facebook group. I'm gonna take the White Sox, the Rangers, the Rockies. We got a lot of them here. And let me see, I'll throw in the Arizona Diamondbacks. So $20 pays about $3,000. So 150 to 1 on your money on a $20 parlay. You can build it right on our website and bet it right on our website. But I like this parlay segment. We've always done the parlay segment. We've never just done them on the screen like this. I think it's cool. I don't know. We've never.
Cool, yeah.
I've asked you guys for feedback on it, but no one has said one peep about it. So I'm gonna guess. Normally, if people hate something, they let me know. If they like it, you don't hear anything. But anyways, thanks everyone that's joined us today. We do have a package called the Best of the Live Show, where each of us give out one of our premium picks in one package. It's a pick from me, a pick from Brian, a pick from Rod, and a pick from Chris, all comboed into one package for $35 at our premium area. Of course, we give free picks every day, whether you buy picks or don't buy picks. We love you just the same. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. We'll try and be more professional tomorrow. Have a great day.